Not all strength looks loud. Not all control is power. Some people carry the weight of the world quietly, making sure no one notices, and Capricorns are the masters of this invisible burden. If you've ever been close to a Capricorn, or if you are one, this video might make you uncomfortable in the best way. Before we go deeper, hit like so this reaches the Capricorns who are silently fighting battles no one sees. And if you recognize yourself in the next few minutes, subscribe, because this isn't astrology fluff, it's the unspoken truth about what they really feel. Capricorns are often seen as disciplined, practical, and unemotional, but behind that calm, calculating exterior lies a storm most people never imagine. They hold back their vulnerability not because they don't feel, but because they've learned that showing it can be dangerous. Every carefully measured action, every word of restraint, every decision made in silence is a shield against disappointment, judgment, or abandonment. They've been told, directly or indirectly, that their ambitions, fears, and emotions are too much for others. And over time, they internalize this lesson: handle it yourself. Don't burden anyone. This self-imposed armor doesn't just protect them, it defines them. To outsiders, Capricorns look steady, unshakable, even cold. But beneath the surface, they feel deeply, often intensely. Success, failure, love, rejection, fear, they process it all internally, sometimes so silently that not even the closest people notice. They are emotionally self-sufficient because they've had to be, not because they choose it. And yet, there is a price for this solitude. The more they hold in, the heavier it gets, and the more exhausting life becomes. Every achievement, every step forward is accompanied by an internal dialogue few could ever comprehend. Am I doing enough? Am I enough? Here's the part most people miss: Capricorns experience emotions in layers. First comes the logic: they analyze, they calculate, they map out every possibility. Then comes the weight: they feel disappointment, sadness, or longing, but it's filtered through self-control. Finally comes the private storm, a raw, unguarded response that very few are ever allowed to see. It's in these moments alone, behind closed doors, where their true depth shows: the fear of not being enough, the anxiety of losing control, the silent ache for connection. Capricorns are masters at hiding this inner life, but it's always there, shaping their choices, their relationships, their ambitions. Every action is informed by a quiet vigilance, a constant balancing act between appearing composed and managing the emotional intensity that simmers just beneath the surface. And don't misunderstand their restraint as lack of passion. Capricorns care fiercely, even if they don't say it. They take responsibility for the people and things they love, often without recognition. They protect their loved ones emotionally and financially, sometimes at the cost of their own well-being. Yet, they rarely ask for support in return. Asking feels like admitting weakness, and weakness is a luxury they can't afford, not because they're incapable of it, but because they fear it will push others away. Their loyalty is silent but absolute, their love is consistent but understated. To a Capricorn, showing weakness is a calculated risk, a vulnerability they only expose when they are certain the other person will remain steadfast. Capricorns also struggle with expression. Happiness, excitement, vulnerability, grief, they experience it all, but the world rarely sees the intensity. They laugh, they smile, they joke, but it's often a mask, a way to navigate social expectations without revealing the weight they carry. And when they finally do open up, it's a carefully measured act, a hint of a feeling rather than a flood. That doesn't mean their emotions are smaller, they just manage them differently, with strategy, patience, and caution. Their restraint is not indifference, it is a disciplined approach to survival, to navigating life without being undone by the sheer weight of their internal world. Here's another paradox: Capricorns crave stability, yet their emotional depth is often misunderstood. People mistake their calm for apathy, their discretion for coldness. But in reality, they are constantly balancing extremes: ambition versus insecurity, pride versus fear, control versus longing. Their silence isn't emptiness, it's a method of self-preservation, a way to process the intensity without letting it overwhelm themselves or others. And when they finally allow someone close enough to witness their vulnerability, it's rare, precious, and usually transformative. That rare glimpse reveals layers of thoughtfulness, intensity, and profound emotional insight, showing that their seeming restraint is actually a sophisticated emotional architecture. If you're wondering how to know when a Capricorn is quietly struggling, pay attention to subtle shifts. They may withdraw, become unusually irritable, or immerse themselves obsessively in work. They may joke more, deflect with humor, or appear emotionally distant. Their outward calm often conceals internal turmoil, a storm they endure privately, refusing to let it affect others. And when they retreat completely, it's not disinterest, it's repair. They're regrouping, recalibrating, surviving. Every decision, every moment of isolation is a careful measure to protect not only themselves, but also those around them from being burdened by their storm. What do Capricorns truly need? Not lectures. Not advice on lightening up. Not pity. They need understanding, consistency, and patience. They need people who respect their pace, who stay present without forcing them to reveal more than they're ready to, who provide steady support that doesn't threaten their independence. Simply being reliable, attentive, and accepting is often more valuable than any grand gesture. The right person earns access to their inner world slowly, but when they do, the connection is profound, unshakable, and lasting. Small, consistent actions mean more than any dramatic show of emotion. They are the key to building trust with someone who naturally guards theirs so carefully. If you love a Capricorn, remember this: when they push you away, it's often fear disguised as control. When they appear distant, it's because they're balancing the weight of emotions they rarely share. When they refuse help, it's not pride, it's caution. So don't lecture them, don't push them, don't dismiss the quiet signs of struggle. Instead, offer steady presence. Say, "I'm here when you're ready." Those few words, delivered without pressure, resonate deeper than any advice, gift, or encouragement ever could. It's the quiet, unwavering support that makes the greatest difference. For Capricorns themselves, here's the rare permission you rarely give yourself: you don't have to carry everything alone. You don't need to maintain control at all times. You don't need to hide every fear or heartbreak behind stoicism. Asking for help doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. Letting someone in isn't a failure, it's a conscious choice to share the load with someone trustworthy. And choosing the right person will not diminish your strength, it will amplify it, allowing your resilience, passion, and love to flourish without being burdened by isolation. Capricorns are intricate, powerful, and quietly courageous. Their strength isn't flashy, their victories aren't always public, and their emotions are often invisible, but their depth is immeasurable. Every step they take, every decision they make, is quietly shaped by a lifetime of balancing ambition, fear, love, and self-protection. Understanding a Capricorn means recognizing the layers beneath the calm exterior, honoring their complexity, and valuing the rare gift of their trust. If this resonates with you, hit like so the algorithm knows Capricorns deserve to be understood. Share this with a Capricorn you care about. They may never say it, but they need to hear this today. And subscribe for more videos that uncover the emotional truths hidden behind every zodiac sign.